Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stevie Ray's Comedy Cabaret. Put your hands together for your host tonight, the one, the only Mr. Stevie Ray!
Welcome to Stevie Ray's Comedy Cabaret and our special performance of the Life and Death Comedy Show. How many of you are here because you know that you're mortal? Some looked across the table. Honey, am I mortal? Yes. This is going to be a fun afternoon of comedy around a subject that a lot of people don't like to laugh about. And let me tell you how the show was born. A couple of years ago, we got a call from Dr. Ann McIntosh, who's a physician in the area, who was working with a committee and a team of healthcare professionals that all deal with the subject called advanced care planning, which, for those of you who don't know, it's not about death, but it's about the end of life. What happens toward the end to make sure that whatever you want happens your way. And she said, it's a very important issue, but we can't seem to get audiences and public people to come to our seminars about dying. And we said, well, no kidding. And they said, would you be willing to put together a comedy show that deals with end-of-life issues? Because we've seen you die on stage. So it's a good fit. And we at Stevie Ray's love to do shows that have a kind of a theme to it, because most of our shows are just regular comedy shows. So we said, yeah, that sounds like a great challenge. So we spent months working with this team of professionals, learning all about it, and putting together the Life and Death Comedy Show, celebrate one while preparing for the other. So we debuted the show last year, and it did so well, we're going to make it an annual event. And here's what you can expect tonight, or this afternoon. The show is about end of life. So we're not going to try to make fun of death itself, because we want to respect that. What we want to make fun of is the fact that Americans in particular don't like talking about the fact that we're mortal. If you ask people, most of us would agree, how many of you know you're going to die, but you all think you have at least one more year? Yeah, there's one more! No matter how old, there's one more! Some of you we can look out and say, no, you don't. Not pointing it out. But it's something that other cultures kind of make part of everyday life, is to say it's a celebration and it happens. And the reason it's so important is that it really tears apart a lot of families to not talk about it, because if you die without a will, that's not a very good thing. However, there are laws to take care of that. But what if one of your family members ends up in a coma and is on life support and hasn't left a statement about how long they would want to be left on life support, or what kind of medications they're comfortable with, or anything like that? Then the family has to argue it out. That is what tears apart families. So you want to put together documents and things like that we'll talk about that make sure that isn't a problem for anyone else. And you want to make sure that you do this and talk about it with your family, and make sure it's a part of regular conversation. And there are professionals that we'll tell you about who can help you with this. I don't suggest going to a lawyer. Not because lawyers aren't good at this, but they're not all experts at it. And they might use legal language that doesn't fit healthcare language. Like some statements include, if I ever become a burden to my family. My wife read that and said, you're a burden now. You're gone. And so there are ways to look at this, and we're going to try to make it fun for you tonight. And in order to do that, that also means not the whole show is going to be about life and death. We're going to sprinkle in some good old-fashioned, regular old comedy, just so you can have a laugh. And we'll let you know when that is, so you be sure to laugh. Because we sometimes have audiences confused that we're not funny, and we want to make sure you're included. And the kind of, she caught on, this guy hasn't smiled once. He's thinking, when's Grease starting? Now he gave you the smile that says, move the hell along. We do try not to pick on the front row at our shows, because we know in most comedy clubs the front row is kind of dicey. You're at risk. So we give the front row immunity. All right? It's the back row that we start with. Okay, there's a guy right back there. Unless you piss us off, then we'll just start in the middle and go out from there. The kind of comedy we do is very interactive with you, the audience. So you're not going to sit back and just watch the show. A large portion of the show is improvisational comedy, which means, as the host, I will simply ask you questions. And you will shout out your answer to the question. It doesn't even have to be accurate or real. Whatever you call out, the troupe will use to create instant comedy right on the spot. And so if you want to call out a lot of ideas as I ask for them, feel free to just play along. If you don't want to say a word and you just want to sit back and enjoy the show, that's perfectly fine too. We're not going to keep track. We will, however, ignore some of your ideas if they're called out for a couple of reasons. If it's kind of off color, we don't go there. We only do clean comedy. So if you call out something kind of dirty, you're all by yourself, okay? So those of you in the audience who are nervous about a comedy show, you don't have to worry about ours, because we don't go that direction. So I don't take those comments. Also, maybe you're hogging the show and calling out everything. Well, I want to let somebody else play along. So don't feel bad if I ignore. It's just that I want everybody to get a chance to play. So if you call out something and I don't take it, don't feel offended. Unless your idea was bad. Then I'll point it out. Okay? So we have some great performers here. The Stevie Ray's comedy troupe. They've been working on this show to hone it for months just for you, and they're ready to perform for you. If you're ready to meet them, are you? Yeah! Who's the first one? People in the show. Mr. Matt Dorland is over at the keyboard. And Joe Harstead, you saw him before the show started. He's back in the booth. Another reason Joe is important is he's responsible for the timing of the whole show. And we all know comedy is about timing. You never know sometimes when a scene is done, right? And because it's improv, we don't know when it's done either. You ever had those conversations with people you just met and you're wondering, when is this going to end? Yeah, well, we have Joe to figure out that for us. You'll know that an improv or a sketch or anything is done tonight when he blacks out the lights. That means that's done. You applause us into the next piece, and we hope that Joe likes what we're doing, or he just never blacks out the lights. We're left up here for hours. Oh, we're going to go. Have a great day, everybody. Okay, like I said, we like to start off with something that's non-life and death related. So we're going to do an opening number for you. We're a comedy troupe, so we're known for improv and comedy and that kind of thing. But we are at the Chanhassen Dinner Theaters, and this is our new home. So we thought we should throw music into the show just to start off. So we're going to open with a musical number that you'll help us create. Now, one of the things, the reason we're doing this first opening number is because most music around life and death and the end of life is kind of somber. And I don't like that personally. Frankly, if I'm going to have a funeral, I'm going to have it New Orleans style. You ever seen a New Orleans style funeral with the jazz and the Mardi Gras feel and everything? So we're going to do a little Mardi Gras for you right here as an opening number. But they need lines to sing. They need lyrics because, we didn't write this. We didn't have the time. So let me come out here. Sir, you're retired, I assume? Tired. Okay. Tired and retired. We'll just move along here. Can I ask what you did for a living? Banking. Okay. And can you tell me what kind of banking? Was it mortgage? Mortgage. You don't have to whisper. Mortgages are good. That's how we get houses, right? Yes. Can I ask your first name? Just your first name? Jeff. Your line, Brett. Jeff is a great mortgage banker. Okay? We're assuming. All right. You see how we created a line out of thin air just for Brett? Now we get to do it for everybody else. You can call out a line like we just made up, Jeff and I, or you can call out something that pops into your head. You can call out a line from a movie or a poem or anything like that. Just call out a line for Fred here.
You're killing me, Small.
Okay, yes, I think that was from Shakespeare. You're killing me, Smalls. Give me a line for Nate. How about a line that somebody said to you recently? A sentence like, boy, I hate your driving, or you have really nice hair.
There's a noise in my door.
There's a noise in my door. And who said that to you? Okay, boy, they're all ratting on one person. What a happy group. There's a noise in my door, Shelley. For Annie, if you could do one thing before you die, this would be on your bucket list, your dream list. You go skydiving, you go visit someplace. What would you love to do?
Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy. Give me another one. Zip lining. And one more. Drive heavy equipment.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Who would have thought? Look at this nice lady over here. Get out of my way, I'm in a bulldozer. Stand-up comedy, zip line, drive heavy equipment. That's your lines. Match those together. For Max, give me a piece of advice that you would give the next generation before letting them take over. What's that? Put your phone down. Oh boy, we're gonna have a long talk about that. And tell me somebody in this world that you would love to meet someday. Prince. That's reaching pretty high.
He's wearing purple.
He's wearing purple. Jeff's now doing the comedy. I should have never called on the guy. The whole night is going to be, I should be up there. What am I? Put your phone down, Prince. Got it. Okay. All right. What are our lines for this Mardi Gras opening?
Jeff is a great mortgage banker.
You're killing me, Smalls.
There's a noise in my door, Shelley.
Stand up, zip lining, driving heavy equipment.
Put your phone down, Prince.
All right, Matt, are you ready to start us off with a Mardi Gras? Take it away, everybody.
Jeff is a great mortgage banker. Jeff is a great mortgage banker.
You are killing me, Smalls. You are killing me, Smalls.
There's a noise in my door, Shelley. There's a noise in my door, Shelley.
Stand up, zip lining, driving heavy equipment. Stand up, zip lining, driving heavy equipment.
Put your phone down, Prince. Put your phone down, Prince.
Stand up, zip lining, driving heavy equipment.
Jeff zip lines through Shelley's door. Jeff zip lines through Shelley's door.
You are killing Smalls mortgage. You are killing Smalls mortgage.
Shelley sits down while she does the mortgage. Shelley sits down while she does the mortgage.
Driving heavy equipment with the noise. Driving heavy equipment with the noise.
Prince kills Shelley. Prince kills Shelley. Prince kills Shelley. Prince kills Shelley. Yeah!
Educational and funny at the same time. As I mentioned at the top of the show, there are certain things you should have in place. How many here in the audience have what is called a healthcare directive? Quite a few. How many of you have looked at it recently? Okay, it is something you want to look at because if you don't know what it is telling everybody exactly what you want to have happen for the end, just what your wishes are. And now, if you have it, you have to share it with family members so they know what it is. Also, it's right there. There's an example. Fill that out. It's not that complicated. Actually, it looks, but it's pretty easy. But also, things change over the years. People come in and out of your life, so you want to make sure you look at that and make sure everything is still up to date. So it should be a living document. In fact, there's a lot of things that go wrong if you don't have a healthcare directive. So here are the top 10 worst things that can happen if you don't have a healthcare directive.
Number 10. It's not DNR, it's do resuscitate.
Number 9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dad would have wanted to be buried in his Zubas.
Number 8. Where's Dad's pain meds? Here they are. 1 for you, 2 for me.
Number 7. Yeah, his heart can take it. Bring in the strippers.
Number 6. Let's just pull out his feeding tube. He could afford to lose 20 pounds.
And the number 5 worst thing that could happen if you do not have a healthcare directive. Out of the taxidermist.
Number 4. Nothing like Mom's power of attorney. Come on, 7s.
Number 3. Yeah, Bob, we called science. They don't want your body.
Number 2. I bet you wish you agreed to more alimony, huh?
And the number 1 worst thing that can happen if you don't have a healthcare directive. Mom didn't say how she wanted her ashes spread. Here, kitty, kitty!
Now, there were some groans in the audience. We're okay with that. When you talk about a sensitive subject, you have to know where the line is. And everybody's line is different, so we promise to try to keep it light, okay? And we're going to do a little non-life and death improv for you right now. I'm going to need your help throughout. So we're going to get Fred and Max started. Just be ready to answer questions as I ask them as they go along. So let's get them started. These two guys know each other. How do they know each other? They're brothers who've decided to go out and do what? Yoga. Do you see who's up here? Thanks for coming. As you sit comfortably. All right. Two brothers doing yoga. We'll start with that.
Nah, I'm telling you, Dave. Yoga's gonna do wonders for you. I've been doing it for 2 years. I feel like a new man.
Jim, I bought the blender bottle. Can't that be enough?
Listen. You know Mom and Dad died young, and I think we gotta stay healthy, okay? I've been worried about you.
You look like a clothes rack, for gosh sakes. I mean, this is crazy.
Listen, you're my little brother, and I love you, and let's face it, you are not in the best shape.
That's a little rude.
Listen, I'm saying it with love, man. Stop.
I want to see this continue, but I like all the different styles that things are performed in theater and movies and TV. Give me a style you would like to see this continue being performed in. Shakespearean style. Continue.
Dear brother, your heart shall quit like a racer who's lost his energy if you do not continue doing something for yourself.
Thine body does not bend in the ways of ergonomics.
Yes, but that is because thine body is as a hog might be in full suckling.
Doth know that hurts my feelings.
Brother, sometimes one must hurt in order to help.
This can be no trick. For you expect me to put on tight pantaloons from Lululemon and go forth into the world?
Yes, but do brother check your codpiece.
Stop! Before we check the codpiece, let's change to a style that doesn't include codpieces. A new style. What's that? Spaghetti Western, which is like the old bad kind of Western.
Now listen, Dave. I've been watching you on the homestead, and you've been drinking a whole heck of a lot of that moonshine.
Now ain't the time for you to be telling me what to do with my news.
Hey, listen, I don't want to pit brother against brother, but something's got to get better here. So if I have to, I'll fight you.
Listen, this is the widest my legs go because my pony is small.
Stop before we go any further with the legs thing. Another style.
Rap.
Opera. I heard before rap. Thank you. Opera.
I cannot believe that this man wants me to stretch.
But you must stretch before you meet your grave.
I think now is the time that I will rewind that tape from Blockbuster instead of stretching with my brother.
But Dave, we won't need a fat lady because we have you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a Morbid Minute.
Oh, now you bring me flowers?
This was a Morbid Minute.
I noticed the ladies laugh quicker at that one. The men are quiet. All right, form a square. Two in the front, facing the rear, or facing the. There you go. Good. All right. Yes, I'm a director. All right. All right. We have Fred and Nate facing you. Give me a word that starts with the letter M.
Mushrooms.
What was yours? Money. All right. Switch to the left. For Nate and Annie, give me a word that starts with the letter R. Ridiculous. Good. Because last night somebody yelled out, wrong. We had to change the whole show after that point. So, ridiculous. Switch to the left. And for Annie and Brett, give me any word that starts with the letter D.
Dog.
Dog. And switch to the left. And give me any word for Nate and Brett that you want. Whatever word you want.
Doofus.
What's that?
Doofus.
Doofus. Jeff seemed like such a nice young, nice old man when he showed up. Now he's taking over the show. All right, yes. I don't think it was pointed at you.
Yeah, he was looking at me.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to be nice. Whichever pair is facing you will have to perform a scene based on the word you've just given them. And they have to keep up as I rotate them around and around, back and forth with their different partners. So your scene will be based on
Doofus.
switch to the left,
Money.
switch to the left,
Ridiculous.
switch to the left.
Dog.
Start the dog scene.
Honey, keep your eyes closed. Keep
Okay.
them closed.
Okay.
Okay. Happy anniversary.
Oh my God.
He's all yours. You get to take care of him, not me. Yep, yep. You wake up at 3 in the morning to feed him. You clean up his poop and all the fun stuff.
Oh.
Well, you said you wanted a dog.
No, I did. I wanted the part where I just play with him. I thought that you
That takes time, and you'll get there eventually.
Switch left.
Well, bullies are everywhere, Brett. You just gotta deal with it.
I don't know how to deal with them. They pick on me every day.
I know, but you're so much bigger. You're literally bigger than every kindergartner I know.
They call me names.
You gotta punch back. You gotta punch back hard.
Kindergartners?
Metaphorically.
I don't understand. Show me.
Say, you're a doofus.
That's the D word.
Yeah, I'm allowing you to do it just once because I'm sick of having to make extra lunches for you. They always get stolen.
All right. I'll do what you say, but if I get in trouble, I'm coming back to you.
That's
Switch left.
Jim, I'm telling you, this horse is gonna come in. I just need $100. Alright, that's gonna solve all my problems.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go all big brother on me and not give it to me, but
This time, if you don't win, you end up in the ditch. The ditch.
you know, it's so weird having a big brother who's also a loan shark.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a big bookie brother, and you gotta respect me.
All right, but listen, don't break both my legs if I don't pay up this time, okay?
All right, just the ankles.
Because I'll tell Mom. And you know Mom gets mad when you rough me up.
Oh my God, she'd stop making spaghetti and meatballs for us.
Right.
Switch left.
Ridiculous! You can't cut the PB&J sideways. It's got to be in fingers. That's the best way to eat it.
Listen, Marcia, we have been married for 3 years now, and you are so controlling. I just want to cut the PB&J sideways, just once.
Wait, did you not know this is exactly what it was going to be like when our wedding banquet was all cut in fingers?
Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to our marriage counseling. I hear that you want me to cut it in fingers.
You didn't tell me it wasn't going to stay a puppy.
I know, it gets bigger. I told you
I
that.
don't want it this big.
Move.
Oh, God.
It's a good thing I got a Great Dane, huh? You gotta deal with it. I got a phone call I gotta take.
Are you kidding right now?
Yes.
I think it's big.
It's my dad.
Oh, my God.
Hello? Oh, he's on the phone, too.
Switch right.
Hey, listen, I'm real. Look, I brought you a whole picnic basket. I cut everything the way you like it. Come on, we can make this work. Let's just have a picnic.
I see you doing something nice for me.
Switch right.
Oh my God, I forgot how good her meatballs are.
I can't believe she cooked for you anyway after you broke my leg again.
Go walk it off.
Switch right.
You didn't tell me to hit back.
Switch right.
Oh, well, Doc, what is it?
Well, after reviewing your X-ray, your MRI, your CT, your AIG, well, your BNP came back negative.
BNP. Is that bad?
Well, it's not great.
Well, how bad are we talking? I feel fine.
That's good. That's really good. However, before you pay your debt, I'm going to have to ask you to file an HAS.
What?
You're going to take the Hamlet nap.
I have to get more sleep?
No, you're going out of business.
I've been fired?
You have to shuffle off this mortal coil.
I have to learn to dance?
You're being called home by the boss.
Bruce Springsteen!
You're gonna play the harp.
I don't play any instruments. Just tell me what it says on that chart.
You're gonna be a doornail. Become room temperature. Beyond the veil, gnawing dust a last breath. You're gonna purchase a farm, count worms, the big fade, cross that final bridge, the big roundup. You're gonna hand in your dinner pail, join the choir invisible, your number is up, your hour is in. You're gonna ride a pale horse, you will soon be in deep repose with aquatic life.
What the hell are you saying to me?
You're gonna die.
From a broken wrist?
What?
Yeah, my name's Dvorak. I came in with a broken wrist.
This isn't room 5?
Never mind, I'll tell him.
Now, that might seem goofy, but you should know that healthcare professionals have just as much of a difficult time talking about death as anybody else. So, if you want to have a frank conversation, you have to get rid of the image we see on TV, where they all come in and everything's all smooth. I mean, I've worked in a hospital myself, and I can tell you one thing, the storage room is never as active as they show it on TV. So sometimes you have to make sure the conversation happens. And another thing about the healthcare profession that makes it a lot like a lot of other professions are all the acronyms that are used. You ever get to the point where you don't even know what people are saying anymore because of all the acronyms? Some companies have glossaries to figure it out. Annie and I are going to perform a scene in which we use acronyms that you give us. So while we are having our conversation during the scene, if we gesture out to you just like this, throw out an acronym. And it doesn't even have to be real. You can say a real one like ASAP, or you can just string some letters together and call it out. We will have to figure out what it means. in our scene, and it probably won't mean what you know it to be true. So that's part of the improv. So just be ready for that. To get us started, Annie and I are working somewhere. Where do we work?
Candy factory.
A candy factory. Okay, cool. Okay, They didn't have the sugar shipment, so they sent this sweet and low.
Oh,
So we're gonna have to recalibrate everything.
great. Okay. Actually, a lot of our customers has been asking for like the same sugar high with 0 calories. So I think this will be good.
Oh, well then you calibrate the machines, because I don't know how this crap works.
Gosh.
I've only been at Haribo here since, August.
Okay.
And I don't know what this does. I don't even like this
No,
crap.
listen, I'm a lifer. All you gotta do is grab the manual,
Uh-huh.
flip to page 14. Now this machine is called a DFL, the Direct Fun Line, because it's directly the candy machine, like
Wow.
it's instant fun.
That is why I wanted to work here, because all of the titles are different. Instead of HR, it's Happy People Person, that
I
kind
know,
of thing.
right, it's-
Direct Fun Line is great.
Yeah, it's all
'cause-
sugary,
Exactly, because my boss, his title is
LOL.
LOL. Yeah, lay only lots.
Yeah,
He sleeps all the time, is what he
it's
does.
that crap.
Laying down,
Sugar
sleeping and
crash.
everything.
Okay, no, I think you're adding too much, because on
Oh,
page
crap.
13 it says only 8 cups of the
SAP.
of the IRA. So only 8 cups of the individualized, refined, artificial sweeteners.
Okay. All right, that
And I
sounds
think
like
you really-
IRAS. But
No, it's one word.
it is one word. Oh, artificial sweetener is one word.
Artificial.
Artificial,
Yes.
okay.
You'll learn. It's
All right.
only
I'm adding some water here, so that should emulsify with the sweet and low and make it more BYOB. Buoyant yellow obstacle butts. I mean, that's what we're making is the little butts,
They're really
right?
flying off the shelf.
Kids, one more butt candy, one more
I
butt
know.
candy.
It's stressful.
It's not like when I was growing up when it was candy corn. Now
Oh,
it's
right, I know.
Candy butts.
Next year they're going to be bringing out a new line of CPRs.
Really?
Candy, particularly
Rancid.
retro.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's actually just Twinkies that they have
It
on their
is.
shelf.
They call that
They last
retro?
forever, yeah.
Yes, my God, you can buy it because they went out of business and they were selling everything. Okay, it's all mixed together, and
Okay.
I want to throw in the butts, but that's not time yet because
it's
I
not
haven't
time
added
for
the
PPD. PPD.
PPD. Yeah, the particle people dispensers.
Yeah. And
They're not in here yet.
No, I'll grab
All
it.
the particle people
Okay,
dispensers. 'Cause I don't want to do their job.
I know, it's stepping
I'll
on
get
people's
HR on me.
toes
I
and
mean,
stuff.
happy people.
Yeah, it's a lot. I didn't find the refined people, but I did find the ICUs, and it was the idealized compartment units, which is great
You
news
use
for
those
our
here?
Yeah, honestly.
This is a class operation.
Well, we're not Haribo for nothing,
Yeah.
And so what we're gonna do is just put them all in and see what happens.
So we can just go crazy? We can just throw anything into the mix?
The boss is sleeping. It's
That's
fine.
right, he's a lay-a-lot person, yes, okay.
Working
Oh my
for
God,
years,
you
they'll be
threw in a
great.
lot. Now it's beginning to
NOAA.
NOAA,
Oh yeah.
not over-analyze anxiety.
And now we present to you another Morbid Minute.
I don't think that's what they meant by heroic measures.
That was your morbid minute.
Okay, before the show, Joe handed a number of you little slips of paper to write things down on. If you could hold those up, if you've got them, and the troop's going to come and grab them. Just hold them straight up, and we'll pick them up for you. Here, I'll take yours, folks, right up here. All right, and we're good there. All right. Oh, and then, all right. Got it.
Any more? Thank you very much. Who's got more? Anyone?
Now,
Any more of these? Oh, okay.
that's everybody? All right. Now the performers are going to take these. You got a lot, Fred? How do you do? You got it? You good? Yeah. All right. I'll give you, there you go. That'll even it out. They did not look at the slips of suggestions that you wrote down or statements. We asked people before to write bucket list items, and I think that's one important thing about life is to plan for the end of it. You got to know what you want to do before it happens. Get all of that cool stuff in your life, and so they have these bucket list slips of paper in their pocket without having read them. During this next improv, they're going to be having a conversation where every now and then they pull out one of those slips of paper and just read it, and it has to be fit right into the scene, seamlessly. So some of you are probably now thinking you wish you'd written something different. If they do get one that probably shouldn't be read in public, you'll know that because they're just going to toss it aside. Okay? And then we'll find out later who wrote that. All right. So, these two guys are, let's see, they're out doing something you've always wanted to do. What is this something you've always wanted to do in your life?
Tour de France.
Tour de France, the bicycle race. Okay, so you're going to be sweaty by the end. Weren't you the yoga people before?
What are you trying to tell us?
Yes, I love hosting the show because I don't have to do the yoga and the biking. All right, so be ready to pull out the slips of paper, and you're on your Tour de France.
I'm gonna get that yellow jersey off of you tonight.
That's fine. I was thinking, 9 is enough.
Oh, you're so full of yourself. Oh. Well, listen, even if I don't ever win the Tour de France, I've been thinking something I've always wanted to do, win or lose. Skydiving. I might just go right over that mountain, just now.
It does look nice. I was thinking, when this race is done, in approximately 15 seconds,
Oh, stop it.
that I would just go to the nearest chalet and spend a summer in a little town.
You mean like a little French town? Aren't we doing that right now?
Yeah, but different.
Look,
It's a littler town.
you gotta expand your horizons, man. You can travel and see different places.
I've seen a lot of places and they're just flying by.
Oh, come on. Well, okay, listen. Go to the Galapagos Islands.
Hey, don't you yell at me, you son of a C in Italy.
Wait, did they change the course?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, I want to witness the birth of my first grandchild.
Well, wow. It was heartfelt. Yeah. I was thinking if I do this one more time, no way in hell would I ever be debt-free.
That's what happens when you have to pay for all those steroids.
Hey, these are natural.
Uh-huh. Is that why you're growing mammaries? Cremation, hope chest, baseball cards. Those are the 3 things that I'm going to leave in my will after I leave you in the dust.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. See you, buddy.
Okay. Hey, oh, if you turn left there, you're gonna hug a tree in the redwood forest.
Thanks for the warning. I'm going to get back on my bike in 2 or 3 months in Australia. I'm done with this, man.
Wait, you can just quit?
Yeah.
Well, if we can do that, then I might as well just see my 31-year-old and 33-year-old children act nicer and act more like caring adults.
How many of you are out there going, well, I'm tired watching it. I like how toward the end, Max is still biking, but Fred doesn't seem to be getting any farther away. He's able to stand and keep up. Take that, Lance Armstrong. You couldn't play no horn for crap. Well, one of the things about experiencing a good life, and psychologists and neurologists have discovered that the best way to lead a good life is not to seek happiness, but to get rid of stress. And we have discovered where stress comes from. Other people. Yes. And they won't go away. And the reason those other people cause stress is because they're the world's worst at what they do. You know, we've always had the world's worst server, or the world's worst driver on the highway next to us, all that kind of thing. But we're going to give you a different take on that. These are the world's worst things to hear if you're on your deathbed.
Can we hurry this up? I have a tea time at 4:30.
Selfie!
Hey, you're not gonna eat that, are ya?
You weren't supposed to die! You were supposed to be my healthcare directive!
Jeez, who died?
Can you move over? I'm dying here.
So, we have time for a smoke?
I brought the beer. Who brought the pizza?
Aunt Bertha's here. Time for your sponge bath.
And now we present to you yet another Morbid Minute.
Sir, driving a hearse does not qualify you to drive in the carpool lane.
That was your morbid minute.
All right, we are going to end out our first act by playing everybody's favorite daytime game show. Who recognizes this theme? Thank you, Jeopardy! Yes, thank you people who don't work during the day. We have three very fine contestants for Jeopardy. Who's going to be the Jeopardy champion tonight? Is it going to be Max, Nate, or Brett? We'll find out. But tonight is a special edition of the game. It's the life and death Jeopardy game. So the categories will include funerals, wills, items in a will, loved ones, and dumb ways to die. And remember, our contestants must buzz in and respond in the form of a question. So be keeping on them if they don't get that right. All right, Max, you are a returning champion. Everyone has your buzzer ready to go. Which is it? Funerals, dumb ways to die, items in a will, or loved ones? Select the category, Max.
Items in a will.
Items in a will. The answer is
Silverware.
silverware. Max.
What was Jack more upset about losing on the Titanic?
No, I'm sorry, not the correct response. We're looking for
And-
Nate.
What does Martha Stewart use a lot of in jail?
That's correct. Select the category, Nate.
Loved ones.
Loved ones. The answer is? That's the question we got to come up with, sir. You want to come up here? Because we could use a fourth. Twins. Brett.
Who never has a winning season?
Half the audience laughed, the other half went, oh! Then the other half did the Minnesota laugh. Ha ha! Oh! Select the category, Brett.
Strike funerals.
Funerals, the answer is? Hearse. Hearse. Brett.
The opposite of him.
No! Not the correct response. Don't laugh at a pun. You do that, he'll do it all night long. Don't reward bad behavior, that's what Dr. Phil said. Max, hearse.
What are people dying to buy?
That's correct. Select the category, Max.
Dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to die. The answer is?
Kicked by a horse.
Kicked by a horse. Nate.
How would we like every member of the Senate to die?
That's correct! I think no matter what side of the aisle you're on, you're going to laugh at that one. Select the category, Nate.
Funerals.
Funerals. The answer is?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. Hawaiian. Nate.
What's a funeral where a lot of people get laid?
Yes, we'll give it to him.
Items in a will.
Okay, items in a will, the answer is...
My dog's ashes.
My dog's ashes. Next.
What's creepier than...
Never mind. Okay. Nate.
What is also known as an overdone hot dog?
My dog's ashes. Sounds like a children's book, though, doesn't it? So that's category
Maybe
name.
we'll stick with items in a will.
Not bad. Items in a will, the answer is...
The cabin.
The cabin. Brett.
Where do people go to get away from funerals? Oh, sorry.
Oh. Nate.
Where do people go to get away from their loved ones?
That's correct. Mixing two categories. That gives you extra points. One more time, Nate.
Loved ones.
Loved ones, the answer is...
Grandma.
Grandma. Brett.
Who has a hard time with reindeer?
I love that. Half of the audience is explaining it to the other half. There's this song, I'll tell you during intermission. Halfway during intermission, people go, oh, that was funny. Okay. Yeah, if we can make you laugh in absentia, that's good enough for us. And that brings us to Final Jeopardy. All of our contestants are going to wager everything they have based on their knowledge of one Final Jeopardy category. That new category is cremation. Cremation. Be thinking of how much you know about it. You're going into this round completely tied because I forgot to keep score. So, under the category of cremation, the final answer is...
Urn.
Urn. Urn. Write the response. All right, thank you for that lovely theme, Matt Dorland. All right, it's down to Final Jeopardy time. Under the category of cremation, the answer is urn. Brett, your response.
What was Ernest Borgnine's nickname?
You had all that time. No, I'm sorry. I hope to God you two aren't thinking, oh, he took mine. No, you leave with nothing. I'm sorry. Nate, your response to urn.
Where does Grandma keep her overdone hot dogs?
Suddenly liking Brett now. No, you leave with Brett. Nothing. Max, you could be the new Jeopardy champion. And it's quite likely that unless you pass off without responding, you have a shot. Your response to urn.
What is the only way to take Trump out of the White House?
And Nate is the
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a quick 10-minute intermission. Make sure to like us on Facebook for a chance to win 2 free tickets to Come On Back.
See if she does. I'm trying to be like the troop up there. Let's see her run. That's pretty.
You're giving me that service. So think we will.
It'd be like 10 minutes if I know. Oh, jeez.
So you had that TV rating over to your company then? No, I still
Free tickets.
went over quite well. Steve Cannon and Morgan one day deal. And a lot of people there that thought so much yeah, he was the guy that had to deal with Walmart. Very everything he touched, very, very talented man. Yeah. Steve Cannon, biggest eyes I ever saw in a man. So you can pick it up on your
And I don't think it's a keep it You don't mind me asking your father? Yeah, I'm there too. Oh, awesome. Congratulations. It worked out well. It's coming in. So how about you? What grade or whatever are you in? Oh, excellent. Okay. Nursing where? Oh, excellent. I got my nursing. A long time ago. Yeah. And then, yeah, it's a really cool thing. I was thinking my class. Good, which they did at your school. Yeah. Well, there wasn't much of a thing. So what'd you get your nursing bill? So a lot of the people yeah, I'm the one who so I'm now in a year. So I graduated from nursing school 10 years after I graduated from bachelor's. So, and then so half our social workers, half of our oh yeah. Of the no nothing yeah, the brains become water. Yeah, so I just you know what National Health Day is. Well, I should give you my card because if you ever want to, connect with them or connect with us.
I don't have a request to
yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool. So, oh, okay. Do you know Kathy? Yeah,
whatever
she's actually doing a part of me. And her and her husband were here last time. So just because I never finished this one. I went to Lester Flight. Yeah, well, if you ever need anybody, I know that I spent a lot of up there. No, exactly. And that's his answer. All the time. But, it's like, what do you want? What do you want? It's not a good place. And you don't really have a discussion. And I've just had because we don't offer and I think they're worried about other people like the family, and that's what happened. Or I've had like one family
$3 years. I don't know what it covers. It's a segue. So I call them. Just transferable. Like 48 degrees. The one covered everything.
My daughter so congratulations. Yeah, we're excited. That is very exciting.
I'll get it myself.
That's tough. Yeah, well, mine's my home camp. You'll probably get to know some of the emergency.
I don't know how I felt until I did it.
So cool. Well, thanks for coming. So I got
Once again, give it up for your host, Mr. Stevie Ray.
As Joe mentioned before the show started, that if any of you went on your cell phone and liked the Stevie Ray's Improv Company Facebook page, your name might be drawn for 2 free tickets. So, Karen Lundquist Adams. Right here. All right. Here you go, Karen. 2 free tickets to come back whenever you want. The fun thing is that with improv, the show is different every night, not only because we get different ideas from the audience, but also because we have dozens of different improv performance pieces, and they change all the time. So it's never going to be the same show twice. Come on back and be our guest. And we also have another special, kind of a special event going on here. Where's Lucy Campbell? Where's Lucy? Back here, just graduating from college. Lucy, where did you go to school?
I went to Augsburg College.
Augsburg College. And what are you graduating in?
Social work.
Social work. Wonderful. Good for you. What have you done to celebrate?
They came here.
You came here. Well, that's good, but it's not enough, is it? No. I think we should have Lucy join us on stage. Come on up, Lucy. Yes, let's welcome her to the stage. Now, Lucy, I just have a real quick seat. You're not going to have a very difficult job, okay? What we're going to let you do is there somebody special in your life? There is? Okay, here's, and how long have you been seeing this person?
Oh, no, I don't have, I'm not. I didn't know you were talking about that one.
That kind of special, okay, so. Well, now here's your chance. Because you're going to play Stevie Ray's dating game. Yeah, she does not look excited. But this is a special kind of dating game. It's the Stevie Ray's healthcare agent dating game. For those of you who don't know, as you're preparing for your end-of-life planning, you maybe have a healthcare directive. Part of that is knowing who is going to be your healthcare agent. And that is the person who makes sure that your wishes are taken care of and followed. A lot of people assume, well, my spouse, if I have one, or my nearest family member will take care of all that. But here's something to think about. You might not want to have that person be responsible for that, because if some kind of tragedy happens, it's an emotionally fraught time, and they have a lot to deal with. Your healthcare agent might be better off being somebody who's caring, but also has a little objectivity. So you pick somebody who's going to be clear-headed and will take care of making sure your wishes are honored. So this is your chance to find a healthcare agent from one of our troop members. Okay, let's bring out your choices right now. Come on out, guys. Here they are. Look at this. Huh? Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, you thought you didn't have somebody special in your life. You still don't. Now, have you ever seen the old dating game TV show? Okay, we're going to walk you through it. Because how many of you remember the dating game show? Right? Yeah. What happens on the dating game show is one bachelorette gets to ask questions of 3 bachelors, and then you choose which one you like at the end, okay? And so this will not be a bachelor for you to date, but it'll be your healthcare agent date kind of a thing. So much less pressure to actually go out with them, okay? Because trust me, you don't want to. None of them will pay. So to get you ready, we made it even easier for you. Instead of you coming up with your own questions, we've prepared some for you. So our troop member Annie Jackson is going to take you out in the hall there to go over these, so you can kind of be a little familiar for doing the game. So it's not just right off the top of your head. So we'll call you back when we think you've had enough time, and give you a chance to just become familiar with this game. We're just waiting for them to get out and shut the door there. Okay, here's what's really going to happen. Yeah, you knew it. You could tell. No, we're going to play the healthcare agent dating game. The only thing that she doesn't know, Lucy doesn't know, that these aren't just regular 3 guys. She's going to be selecting from 3 very famous people. And the challenge for these gentlemen is they're going to have to answer the question in the character you just are about to assign them. So that's their challenge. For instance, Nate is a modern pop culture figure. Justin Bieber, all right? Fred is a figure from the 80s. Could be political or movies or anything. What's that? Kevorkian. Dr. Kevorkian? It's always the ones you don't expect. Cut this table off. For those of you who aren't familiar, Dr. Kevorkian was the one who did a lot of assisted suicides without government permission. We'll just put it that way, and got in trouble, and that's Fred. Okay? Brett is a long since past historical figure. A long since past historical figure.
Abraham Lincoln.
Napoleon. Okay, Napoleon. Now, without Lucy knowing it, all of the answers are going to come from
Justin Bieber.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Napoleon.
All right. I'm going to be so sorry we started this game. We'll see who she picks as her healthcare agent date. So, on the count of 3, let's bring them back by saying as loudly as we can, "Hey, come back." 1, 2, 3. Hey, come back! Could you push that door open for us, then, and they can hear it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Stevie Ray's healthcare agent dating game. Let's welcome to the stage our lovely bachelorette, Lucy Campbell. Now, face out this way, because the real game has a wall where you can't see who you're about to pick, because that would be cheating. So we're just going to pretend that it's there. You have question number 1 right there. Go ahead and ask our bachelors the first question.
The quality of a good healthcare agent is the ability to speak for me if I can't speak for myself. The problem is family members think they know what I want. How would you handle pushy family members or friends?
Okay, bachelor number 1, how would you handle pushy family members or friends?
Well, girl, when your loved ones push on you, you gotta push back. And just be real gentle about it, you know what I'm saying?
Creepy already, isn't it? Bachelor number 2, how would you handle pushy family members or friends?
Well, I have many of my assisted machines, so I would just line them up and get them out of the way.
Kind of a short date then, isn't it? Bachelor number 3, how would you handle pushy family members or friends?
That is a very good question. First thing I would do, if they do not agree with how we want to do things, I would lock them up in a prison or kill them, your choice.
Don't look at me. You're the one who's got to choose, Lucy. Go ahead and ask. That one's for bachelor number 1. Go ahead.
A big concern about CPR is that it is all or nothing. The doctors can't do a little, then stop. How would you let me? How old would you let me be before asking for a DNR?
And DNR stands for do not resuscitate in case they're unconscious and they want to be let go. So, bachelor number 1, how old would you let Lucy be before asking for a DNR?
Girl, baby, I just want to say, age is just a number. So you can be as old as you like, and it's okay. Canada rules.
Okay, that didn't answer it, did it? No. It's going to help you make up your mind, isn't it? Go ahead. Next question.
Since the odds of CPR being effective drop a lot if you are not in the hospital, what would you do if a tragedy struck me outside of the hospital?
Oh, that's for bachelor number 3.
Oh, yeah. If something had got to happen to you, I would make sure you would be in the best place at the time. But don't worry, if I were to kill you, it would be very short.
I don't think he understands the role of healthcare agent. Go ahead. This next one's for bachelor number 2.
I want to be kept pain-free in my final days. How would you keep me pain-free?
Bachelor number 2. How'd you keep Lucy pain-free?
Well, it's really very simple. A lot of times being at the end of life is quite painful, and that's why they came up with the expression, sweet release of death. And therefore I would assist you towards that pain-free death.
Okay. This is for bachelor number 1. Go ahead.
My religious beliefs are different than my family's. What do you think is important to make a funeral special?
Oh, baby, whenever you're there, it's always special. And I just want to let you know that I could be your boyfriend. Nobody got to know. It's about connection. It's about life. It's about coming together.
I'd just like to say I'm sorry. Okay, one more for bachelor number 3.
I still haven't decided between a burial or cremation, but where do you think is the best place to scatter someone's ashes?
That is a very good question. First of all, look away, please. Look away. First of all,
with pleasure.
What I would do is make sure you are never in the same place where you were born, because you should always be in a different place. That way you were born apart.
One final question, Lucy, to all of the bachelors.
When would you decide to remove someone from life support?
Okay. Bachelor number 3, when would you decide to remove someone from life support?
Well, first off, I would make sure there's no breathing coming from any part of your body. And
Any part. So the feet aren't breathing, that's good.
And then I would bring in some H2O, and we would have a Waterloo.
If you pick him, I'll kill you. Bachelor number 2.
Well, a life support is intended to prolong life, and it does so unnecessarily. It doesn't really matter to me if it's plugged in or not. I can take care of it either way.
He's not invited to a lot of parties. Bachelor number 1.
Well, baby girl, since we be in Manitoba with universal health care and all, you could decide, I could decide, it could be a team effort. And even if you died, I'd kiss you and bring you back to life.
You ever heard of the phrase, lesser of two evils? You got 3 of them. All right, Lucy, it's come down to this. Bachelor 1, 2, 3, or your choice of whatever you want. Who are you going to choose for your healthcare agent?
I'm not none of the above.
I agree!
And now we present to you yet another Morbid Minute.
Honey, why are you unplugging all the appliances?
Well, I'm just practicing in case you ever end up in a coma.
Morbid Minute.
We told you you'd grown. All right, it's all in fun. We have not challenged one person in the troupe quite enough yet, and that is Matt over here at the keyboard. So this is going to be our chance to give Matt a little run for his money. What we're going to do is we're going to create improvised songs using your help. What you're going to do is, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to call out the title to a song. And it's a made-up title. So don't yell out an actual song title. You may make one up yourself. It's pretty easy because you can string any few words together, and that can make a title to a song. Matt will have to use that as inspiration, and he will have to create music right off the top of his head. And one of the troupe members will have to come out here and sing an entire song based on the title following the music. This is one of the most challenging improvs we do, and one of my favorites. So let's give Matt something to inspire him. If you were to write a song, what would the title to that song be?
A Union Thug Kissed Me.
I heard a couple of them. What was yours, sir?
A Union Thug Kissed Me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. We want a song title. Okay, A Union Thug Kissed Me. I'm sure that must inspire some kind of music. I don't know what. You ready, Matt? I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut of a new song, A Union Thug Kissed Me.
The Civil War today is mighty rough. I hang out with my wife only because she's really buff. But I want something more because my wife is such a lovely person. I want something great. I want something up north. A Union Thug to kiss. Ignorance is bliss. A Union Thug to kiss. So, kiss this. The South still didn't lose. That's what I've always said. Don't be offended, miss. Get that crap out of your head. A Union Thug to kiss would be nice. I'd roll him up with sugar and spice. We'd go out, we'd have a night on the town or village.
All of these songs are copywritten, so no recording and releasing them on your own. We're going to be coming out with an album of our own. Let's do it again. Give me another title to a song.
Chanhassen by Night.
Chanhassen by Night. Ooh, that's got some possibilities. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chanhassen by Night.
Chanhassen in the morning, flowers, butterflies,
heard this in a musical once. And then they get together and they get married and everything's great. Well, let's do one more song title.
The wild must not die today.
Wow, that's deep. I don't know if we can do that one justice.
Dancing Queen.
No, I'm sorry. We have to, I like yours, but we have to take... Besides, that's a real one, so we can't. The wild must not die tonight? Today. The wild must not die today. Okay. Are you talking about the wild things or the team? The team. Okay.
We're done.
We're done? Somebody's pissed off. Thanks for coming to our comedy show. Are you ready? The wild must not die today. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the debut.
I love hockey, and hockey likes me. Everyone knows we gotta win 3. In the St. Paul, they play the Wild. The Blues are always the wild child, but the Wild must not lose. 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 In the net, his stick is very brave. He guards everyone. The Blues are his slave. The Wild must not lose. When they play, that's right. The Wild must not lose. They must not lose when. That's right. The Wild must not lose. Big change. The Wild not lose today. The Wild must not lose when? The Wild must not lose. The Wild must not lose when? The Wild must not lose. The Wild must not lose when? That's right. The Wild must not lose. The Wild must not lose when? When they play the Blues.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to now present for you. Try preventing, we're done with it. We now present the top 10 worst songs to play at a funeral. Number 10. Ba-da-da-da-da. Another one bites the dust.
Number 9. And she's buying her stairway to heaven.
Number 8.
Stay alive, stay alive.
Number 7.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Number 6. Only the good die young.
And the number 5 worst song to be played at a funeral. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind.
Number 4. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Number 3.
I'm on a highway to hell.
Number 2. Ding dong, the witch is there. The witch is
And the number 1 worst song to have played at a funeral. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na.
And now we present to you yet another Morbid Minute.
Listen, I know climbing Everest was on your bucket list, but a little help?
That was your Morbid Minute.
All right. bring me out 2 stools here. Well, I didn't ask, by the way. We gave Lucy some nice acknowledgement for graduating college. Is anybody else celebrating anything here? Anniversary, birth, like you're going to say now? No. We're all just boring people. Leave us alone. Any anniversaries, birthdays, or anything like that? Any celebrations? What do we have here? She's raising her hand, and he's sitting there going, "No, don't raise your hand." What are you celebrating here? 25 years! I have to ask over here, Jeff, how long have you two been married? We're not! Okay, which is why you're still holding hands. Notice the difference? They're dating and all cuddling. 25 years, keep on your side of the table. Oh, good Lord. He just said if she'd have killed him on the wedding day, she'd be out on parole by now. She's looking at Jeff like, okay, the date's over. And what are your names? You are Mary and Pete. Join us on stage. No, listen, trust me, you are not going to have a difficult job to do at all. This is going to be so easy because have a seat over there and have a seat right here. All you're going to have to do is ring a bell. You don't even have to open your mouth and talk, okay? So what's going to happen, hold this and kind of keep your hand flat so the ring can be heard. There you go. Now, 25 years. Let me give Peter, it's Pete, right? Let me give Pete a test. Do you remember how you first met? Yeah, he's going to ring the bell. I don't know how it works, but how'd you meet? At a bar? A dance club. Call it a dance club. It's better than a bar, kind of, okay. She's over there going, oh, this is not going to work. What was your first actual date? Do you remember where you went? Another bar. A restaurant, have a nice dinner and that kind of thing. Okay, what's going to happen is Nate and Annie are going to recreate your first date. Okay? Could you bring out a couple of those red stools for us here? So we have a table here. And what's going to happen now is you two are going to be responsible for monitoring the accuracy of their scene. So if Nate says anything that you didn't actually say, let's actually just change places here. So you can monitor Annie. If she says anything that you think is way off, you ring the bell. And then she has to say over again what she really should have said. And you do the same for Nate. Anytime he's way off, ring that. Ring it as often as you want, okay? Or as few, just to keep them going in the right direction. That's all you have to do. And we'll see your first date recreated, okay? Do you remember the restaurant? Yeah. She just looked at him and said, "You're in trouble." How many married men know that they're in trouble before they even open their mouth? Do you remember what the restaurant was? What kind was it? Like a steakhouse or barbecue or a country kitchen? You devil, you. Yeah. You could tell it was going to be 25 years of bliss from that moment on. From there, it's Cracker Barrel time. Okay. Enjoy your best flannel? All right, good. All right. Shall we get going? All right, you two, I have your table right over here. There you go. Welcome to Country Kitchen. There you go. We're not going to be around long. What? Oh my God, now I'm getting dinged. We haven't even started yet. Sit down. Just let him go.
Yeah, I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm a cheap ass.
Pete, I can already tell this is going to be something that lasts maybe to next week. No, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do after this.
I hate to say this, I forgot your name. I'm Greg, nice to meet you.
Hi, Pete.
It's a pseudonym because, yeah, you see, I'm a kind of a hobbyist. I rob a lot of banks, so I do nothing. I sit on my couch by myself.
That makes sense. Wow. Okay. Well, I am also was not a Robert, but I am a teacher. I love to teach kids. No, I'm a nurse. And I just really, I love to go to comedy shows. I love it.
You like to laugh?
I do.
I'm hilarious!
Oh my God.
I got this great joke for you.
Oh, tell me, I'm so excited.
All right, okay. So this guy and this gal walk into a country kitchen, right? Oh, it's because we're here. It's so present, you know?
Oh, was that the joke?
No, it gets way better.
Okay.
It gets way better. Yeah, so I went to this comedy show, right, with this guy. There's this guy, Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was in the audience.
Yeah.
And the host asked him, "Are you married?" And he said, "Get this. This is the best part."
Okay.
He goes, "No." Huh? Ha ha! God, oh, that hurts my heart. I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just the eggs.
Me too. This is going really well. Please don't touch me.
Okay. Boy, we haven't been served yet.
I know, the service in here is
Terrible.
Here's your water. Your server will be with you about a half an hour.
just like country kitchen.
I love that. Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, you're done already. Boy, I tell you, nothing like a cold glass of water to kick off a great evening.
I'm still on that part where we said the same word at the same
times. Oh my God! I'm just imagining it now. We live in Chanhassen. We've got 3 dogs and a ferret. And a kid.
And a cat?
I'm allergic.
Me too.
No, wow! Oh, you're not?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, I totally thought this was gonna work out.
Oh man.
You know, speaking of working out,
yeah.
I'm kind of a gym rat, needless to say.
Me too. Oh.
That is the first time in any of our shows, in basically since we started doing this 27 years ago, anyone's ever been dinged and didn't talk. I was expecting her to go, ding! Oh, well, we love comedy. We love comedians. We have our favorites. One of our favorites is Jeff Foxworthy, because he came up with that wonderful routine. You know you're a redneck if. Now, we admire him, but the deal is we think Jeff Foxworthy has an easy thing, because he gets all the time in the world to write those. He doesn't have to come up with them off the top of his head, like we're going to do for you right now. You are going to help us create our own Foxworthy-isms. You're going to call out something other than redneck, and we will have to create one-liners for that. Now, I actually brought this to the troupe as an improv idea many years ago, so I think I'm pretty good at it. In fact, I think I'm better than all of them. Yeah, so this is going to be one time where it's me against 4.5 brains. All right? So, over there, over there. Joe in the back will use your applause as his guide to give a point to which side wins. Of course, keeping in mind that I paid him. So, instead of a redneck... Instead of a redneck, you know you're a... nurse. A nurse, I heard first. A nurse. All right.
If you've dealt with more diapers than a Pampers spokesman. You might be a nurse.
If you do twice as much work as a doctor and make half as much. FM! The best gossip happens around the bedpan.
You have to be nice.
If your favorite joke is to tell your friends, you're in good company. They dropped me another. I didn't know you could lose points at this game. Give me something else. You know you're a
Pirate.
a manicurist? That's interesting. I've never gotten that. A manicurist.
If sometimes you get attracted because people are very cuticle, you might be a manicurist.
If you get done with a job and say, nailed it. Well, if you're going to laugh at cuticle, you think.
If and you gotta deal with people's petty problems.
If you know that that's not the right extremity manicuring refers to.
F-hand, you have got great customers, and you care a ton about them. Care a ton about them.
So basically, he's just waiting for the worst one to die. Okay, we have a new goal, folks. Suck more than the other side. All right. You know you're a
Pirate.
A pirate? Because we haven't picked on them in a while. All right, you know you're a pirate.
If your favorite letter is the C.
If you thought, well, it's this or work for Congress.
If the only job opening that suits you is at Disneyland. You might be a pirate. F-hand, the thought of getting a pedicure has you stumped.
And now we present to you your final Morbid Minute.
Hi, Bob from accounting. I'm really trying to find ways to become more energy efficient here at the hospital. Do you have any ideas?
Morbid Minute.
Oh, now one of the things that we all think about when we're thinking about the end of life is what might happen to us afterwards. And a lot of people hope they go to what some people call the pearly gates. If that's what you believe, we're about to show you what happens when that happens right now. Brett, we need you to leave the room for just a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
So we can't have you hearing what we're about to get, because when Brett comes back, he's going to have to guess what it is you've given us. Because when Brett comes back, he's going to be manning the pearly gates. Some people call that St. Peter, some people call it something else, but his job, either way, is going to be trying to figure out who is showing up. So you're going to give us that right now, and he's going to have to figure out who shows up at the pearly gates. So for Nate, for instance, who has passed away?
Robin Williams.
Oh, Robin Williams is showing up at the pearly gates. Okay, and for Fred, who else? Give me somebody, anybody. Jack Nicholson is showing up. And you said Tiny Tim? That's for you. Got it. Okay. For Annie, who is Mother Teresa? Okay, I'm pretty sure she's getting in. but it's not. I don't write the rules. And for me,
You're not getting it.
what's that? What's that? Johnny Carson. Okay, I got to take what Jeff gives me. You know, he's been my buddy the whole night. All right. I hate it when family shows up. Okay. Now you are going to have to keep track of the progression of people. So let's remind you one more time who we are, so you can follow along.
I'm Robin Williams.
Jack Nicholson.
Tiny Tim.
Mother Teresa.
And Johnny Carson. All right, on the count of three, hey, come back. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Yeah, push that door open. It really does get soundproof out behind that door, and we're serious that we don't want any cheating, so Brett's coming back right now. While Brett is guessing, don't yell out anything that'll give it away. What you can do is, if he says something correct, give him a little applause to let him know he's getting warm. And when he guesses more, oh, you're going warmer. And then when he finally guesses one of us correctly, really let him know so he can move on to the next person arriving at the pearly gates. So you have to figure out who's coming in before you let him in. All right? Let's see how it works.
Great day at the pearly gates. Oh, I have a doorbell. Welcome.
Thanks for inviting me. Hey.
No problem. You haven't reached the final plateau yet.
Oh my gosh, I had to come through. I was dancing through these tulips and I got here.
Oh, you're Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Pays to be old. Okay.
Just kidding. I don't really talk like that. And then the guy goes up and goes, and
Oh, nice to have a cartoon character here.
I play a lot of that. I play a lot of this. I play a lot of that. Because I'm
Oh, you're like Jim Carrey from The Mask.
oh, come on, that guy's a complete hack. You know.
Okay, SpongeBob.
When I was in Hook, and I was like, you gotta get to that.
Oh, you're like Robin Williams. Seems you've already come through here. Welcome.
bless you.
Bless you back.
I always knew that this was here.
It has always been here. I've always been guarding it.
Thank you for that. Thank you for your
No one shall pass if you
Thank you for
don't have class.
Oh, I know, and that's what I told everyone that I saw.
Oh, and I recognize you.
Yes.
You helped poor people. Mother Teresa. Bless you back. Bless you. Oh.
Here's me!
Elma, son!
You clearly haven't been watching my movies.
No, I've been busy up here guarding the gates.
Alright, but you know, I was a very, very easy rider, and you know, maybe later on you might have seen me taking on with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yes, I remember you now. Dennis Hopper.
Oh, I thought I was more famous than that.
Easy Rider?
Yeah, not the main guy, but
Oh, Peter Fonda.
not the main guy. Now listen, you've seen me in so many movies, I can't believe you're not thinking of it.
Oh, like Jack Nicholson.
Oh, there you go.
Your voice sounds a lot different. Oh, the doorbell still works. Welcome. I'm over here, Johnny Carson.
That's a record! I swear to God, that is the first time Brett's ever guessed anything without a word being said. Because usually it's a lot of words. Yeah, usually people are saying, we've got a sitter to get home to. Oh, we got one more thing to do for you. So before we do that, we want to thank you for coming to the Life and Death Comedy Show. I hope we've given you some stuff to think about. What I want you to do is go home, and if you don't have a healthcare directive, go online. A great place to go is honoringchoices.org. They're an organization that helps put this stuff together, make it very easy for you. If you do have a healthcare directive, look it over again, make sure everything's the way you want it. There are some things we learned that are very surprising about the way we deal with life and death in America. I don't know if you know that 90% of people who are surveyed and asked say they prefer to die at home when the end comes. Do you know how many actually get to do that? Only 10%. You know why? Because they don't tell anybody. And that's why it's important to have a conversation that when it matters, which is right now. And bring it up with children. Children need to know that this is not a scary thing. And you know also that over 25% of the healthcare dollars spent in America are spent in the very last year of life, and very often against the patient's wishes. I spoke to a doctor who said that he works in the emergency room, and he said, I've revived and resuscitated a lot of people who were angry at me for doing so. Because they had decided it was time for them to move on, and they didn't tell anybody. And he said, I had no idea because I had to do what was on the page. So if you haven't heard of this little phenomenon going in La Crosse, Wisconsin. La Crosse, Wisconsin is very focused on advanced care planning and end-of-life issues. So the rest of America, only about 15% of Americans have a healthcare directive. In La Crosse, Wisconsin, it's 95% of the population. And you know why? They just started talking about it. You sit down with somebody over coffee and they'll say, so what did you choose? And what did you decide? And it just became a normal part of the conversation. And without realizing this would be the outcome, La Crosse, Wisconsin has the lowest healthcare spending of any city in the United States. Yeah, so we want to fix a big problem? We can do it just among ourselves. And here in Minnesota, come on, La Crosse is in Wisconsin. We gotta beat them. Because they're just our suburb state, right? We use them for cheese and we come home. We can't let that happen, folks. So go home and look into this, and if you need help, go to honoringchoicesminnesota.org and get the help. So we're gonna finish the show like we started the show. A little music. But we started the show with a little Mardi Gras style, so we're going to choose a different style of music to end, and it's a style of music that Minnesota is best known for, the blues. Yeah, we were going to sing a happy song, then we saw you. We're going to sing the blues to send you on your way, and if you had fun tonight, do me a favor, tell your friends. Go on Facebook before you go to bed tonight, or go to Twitter, or LinkedIn, or send an email, or tweet. I had a great time at Stevie Ray's Comedy Cabaret. That way we get more people just like you here. Sir, you can send a letter. He's at home. Now it's the younger ones going, what's that noise he's making? We make fun of everybody here. Okay. And if you tell more people about it, we get more people just like you here. So let's finish off with the blues about what you're blue about. So what's been getting you down, giving you the blues? It could be life and death related, or just something entirely different like the wild, you know, anything at all. What's giving you the blues? What's that? IRS. Somebody's not having a happy April? Yes. Losing a pickleball. Losing a pickleball. But she's been quiet all night. And she made sure to get pickleball into this show. Okay. The IRS is giving you the blues, and pickleball is giving you the blues. One more thing.
Finals.
Finals. Is that Lucy? Yeah. So I guess you're not going to be such of a social worker then, are you? Okay. For those of us who don't know, I just have to ask, explain what pickleball is that's different than baseball or softball.
Oh, it's a cross between tennis, ping pong, and badminton. The court is shorter, and you use a mallet that's about this big, and it looks like a ping pong.
What the heck?
It sounds awesome. Okay. I know less than before I asked. Ready to kick us off, Matt? Let's do some blues.
job, but guess where I'm gonna be living? Mom and Dad.
Take us home.
And good luck on Saturday to our graduate named Lucy.
Oh yeah, the sports I'll be playing. So giddy up on your saddle. Just make sure when you go and do it, you bring your pick-em-up paddle. Then you go on a date afterwards, you won't want to be missing. Especially if you go with Pete all the way to the country. I can't